Hello, welcome to the theory of the Dayton job market with Garrison and Sarah.
Well, shit. Hi guys, how you doing?
Yeah, so we had a little mix-up. Sarah thought it was Dayton drugs this week, and I thought it was the Dayton job market. So this should make for a very interesting podcast.
Right. Well, they kind of go hand in hand a little bit.
Mm,
Oh, on like a small scale, if you do drugs, it's harder for you to get a job, especially if they
I,
drug
I
test.
guess, yeah. Yeah, so uh, for this podcast, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to go in with little to no research
Balls deep.
and no prep time beforehand. So this should be interesting.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. So I'm guessing you didn't find anything.
I literally did no research on the Dayton job market.
Oh yeah. Speaking of research, I I wanted to try not doing research because in previous podcasts it kind of felt like we were just spewing factoids and not completely coming up with original ideas. So
Not being heartfelt.
sure. So I did do like 10 minutes of research, and I think this is a fairly old statistic, but I think this is 2015. But the unemployment rate is below the national average for Dayton. Did you
Well,
know that?
that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's good.
Okay. Well, I mean, compared to like other cities, like when we go to California next month, I'm sure there's going to be like a lot of homeless people, like like on certain areas. Um, I mean, we have homeless people here too, that kind of come out, especially during the summer. Um, so I don't really know like what the statistic is for like homeless people in the Dayton area as compared to other cities, but I mean I see them pretty frequently. I don't know about you. I mean like when you go downtown, I mean like downtown's
Mm,
like the only area that I've ever seen like homeless people. Outside of it, it's not really.
uh, I guess, but I mean like Cincinnati
Yeah, but
and
like
Columbus,
yeah.
I see them a lot more.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really seen homeless people in Columbus or Cincinnati. I only see like college kids.
Same thing, really.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, so yeah, we used to have GM here, which supplied a lot of jobs for people, and they left. So that's why I think that the that our unemployment rate is that it's below the national average is so impressive because we lost something pretty substantial for our city.
Right. Yeah. Um, my dad used to work at shit, what was it called? He used to work at another car company that was down here too, and he lost his job, but he had to move out of state to find another job, especially working in like a factory.
Okay. So yeah. So does he still do that or?
Well, he doesn't do factory work, but like uh, his job is like quality engineer.
Mhm.
So he usually works in an office setting, but he works to basically tell people what's wrong, and then he tells them how to fix it. It's like the best job. You basically just tell people what to do.
So the two, I guess you could say most popular um, jobs here are truck driving is number one,
Hmm.
and nursing is number two.
Yeah, we have a lot of hospitals around here.
Yeah.
Really good hospitals, I'll say that. Um, Kettering Health Network is definitely one of the biggest ones, owned by the Kettering family. Miami Valley. I mean, we've got some children's hospitals here too, which is really good. We actually have a lot of hospitals here in the area. Um, Truck driving, I did not know that though. That truck driving was like number one. That's surprising. Hmm.
But also we have right, Pat, right? So
Yeah, a lot of Air Force
yeah,
people. A lot of yeah, but they come and go. Like they don't stick around.
yeah. Our city specializes in aerospace, healthcare, and education, and we have a lot of like schools and stuff
Mhm.
around
Mhm.
here.
Lots of schools for educating them people that need jobs.
Jobs,
I need a job. I need a better job. I mean, I have a job, but I can always use a better job.
sure. Yeah. Did you hear that, listeners? Hint, hint. So yeah, support us, and we'll support you.
Thumbs up, big heart.
Like, comment, subscribe, please.
Yeah, I mean, I've never found it difficult to have a job or like get a job. I think my ego kind of has taken over in some aspects of me trying to get a job lately, but I think that's just because like I just don't want a job that isn't going to give me anything, I'm not, you know,
Like
gonna
you,
like,
you think that you're better than a certain job. Is that what you mean?
No, no, no.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes, yes.
Trying to, hold my ego back. But I don't know. I think I'm a little bit overqualified for a lot of the jobs that pay well, but require, I don't know, like a certain kind of attitude or something. Like, okay, so I recently applied for this job that pays like $14 an hour, working with my best friend in like this like healthcare data entry position. So I'm basically just taking patients' information, putting it into a spreadsheet, sending it over to the hospital or the doctor or whatever. Like super simple. $14 an hour. And my current job is working at a restaurant getting paid $10 an hour. Now, $10 an hour for a restaurant job is actually pretty good, but for the strenuousness of the job, the stress, having to deal with customers all the time, you'd think that the higher stress would be a better paying job, but it's not.
I guess.
I mean, that's just my opinion, I guess. I don't know, I read an article one time that said that the more useless a job is, the higher it pays. Now that made me really mad, but it seems to be quite true in a lot of circumstances. I mean, think about CEOs, all they do is make decisions all day.
Yeah, but they're important.
Are they?
I mean, I would say that fast food workers are no, those are pretty important jobs, or
Yeah, well they're the
or no,
face
no,
of the
no,
company.
like a pretty nonsense jobs. So shouldn't
Oh.
they get paid more?
I think it would be fair to have them paid like a living wage. Now, a living wage I think is like 10.30 or something like that. I'm sure it's gone up since the new calculations have come out, but minimum wage is like 8.15, and that's a federal minimum wage. So everybody, every state in the country has to pay a minimum of 8.15. Wait, no, hold on. The federal minimum wage is lower than 8.15, but the state minimum wage is 8.15. So our state legally does not have to pay us that much, but they choose to. So I don't know.
What
Like
about like waiters and waitresses? Don't they get paid under that?
they get paid less, that's true, but with the tips, they're supposed to be equivalent than that. And even on your taxes, like if you choose to file for more than what you made, like on a normal minimum wage salary, you can get taxes taken out of you. Like you have to return taxes because you got paid more than you should. Paid more than you should.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier about you should get paid more for uh, mental anguish. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Yeah. Well, I thought this was fairly relevant to the topic or to the statement that you just made.
Mm-hmm.
Like the misconception. Okay, so I'm not gonna dive too deep, because I think this is a topic for another day. But the misconception of like the wage gap, like the pay difference between men and women.
Okay.
Yes, so like men are or often do the dangerous jobs, like like coal mining and uh, things like right,
Construction.
yeah, and construction and things like that, which pay more because they're more dangerous, uh, which also in turn could be used as mental anguish in some respects, because
Well, I think anybody that risks their life for a job should get paid more. Hell yeah. I think the pay gap that you're speaking about is women getting paid less for doing the
the
same
same job,
job.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like, say if I was an IT manager and you were an IT manager,
Mhm.
and you got paid more, even though we may have the same qualifications, that would be the gender gap, the
Right.
the gender pay gap.
I think some people kind of have the wrong idea that like like fast food workers, like I guess they think that they get paid differently, but it's really like the higher earning
Yeah.
jobs.
Mm-hmm.
um
Yeah, because you could get paid like 50,000 more than I would
yeah,
if you were, working in the same environment.
right, yeah, okay.
Because
To be continued.
I'm a female.
N-
Bye.
oh, not I meant like that conversation.
Oh, I was gonna stop it.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Do we oh God,
He
do
thought I
we,
farted.
do we have how much time is left?
We have looks like 8 minutes.
Okay. Well, that's all I had to
Oh,
do.
well, okay. So I did work. Speaking about personal experience, I used to work at an employment agency for about 7 months. I didn't work there for very long because I didn't feel like it was a good fit for me. Um, I found that working in an employment agency, I learned a lot about the Dayton job market, actually. There's a lot of really good jobs right now that pay a lot of money, but not. And the category of the jobs that are paying really well are all like manufacturing jobs. So I don't know if you've ever heard of CNC manufacturing.
No.
It's computer numerical something. Um,
Computer numerical calculator? I don't know.
Yeah, basically
Okay.
that. So like they'll go up to like a computer system. It's like a big machine, and kind of like how a 3D printer like operates.
Yeah.
Like you put in like a certain calculation or a model or something like that, and it'll make it for you. Repeatedly as many times as you want. Well, it's basically the same idea, except for they're like putting in a piece of metal, and the CNC machine will shave it out what kind of part it needs or something, whatever machine makes. Now, these CNC positions pay starting at $15 an hour. And that's for like somebody that doesn't know programming. That's for like a basic CNC machinist. And a lot of these places will hire even if you don't have any CNC qualifications. And Sinclair, a local school down here, has a CNC program. And it's only like a 9-month certificate that you have to go through to get. And then you can come out getting $20 an hour. Now you may have to work 60 hours a week, but still, that's a lot of dough. Especially for only like a certificate. Like I've got 2 degrees working on my third, and I make $10 an hour. I'm working 15 hours a week.
Yeah, I was. Have you heard of Humans of New York?
Yeah, it's really great articles.
Yeah, I read one. I think it was yesterday, and this 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 woman, her parents came in from I think the Bahamas,
Hmm.
and they've she came here when she was like a really young kid, and her parents worked their asses off, and the best that they could do was like was like a helping the elderly kind of thing, and like small kind of things like
Like
that.
in-home health care.
Right, right. And she went to school. I forgot what she studied, like maybe medicine, I think. And she's struggling to make ends meet also. So the the illusion that hard work pays off, maybe it always doesn't, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of talented people out there that just never catch a break.
Yeah, I think that's a sad truth. Maybe that's why we started this whole thing, because we decided that we were going to take the process into our own hands.
You didn't speak about this with me. This is news to me.
That's why I started this. Because I wanted to take that process into my own hands. I wanted to make it possible for people to, talented people to have an opportunity.
Yep, and we did that our first couple months, and look how that turned out.
Yeah, no, we did give people some opportunities. Of course, they were not paid, so we did get a lot of ideas, though. I think
And
that
we
was
took
okay.
them, and they're ours now.
Yes, we actually had them sign contracts. It was pretty good. I hope they're not going to listen to this. Well, if they do, hi guys. Hope you're listening.
All right. I think we're done for now.
Yeah, all right.
Catch you in part 2.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to the theory of the Dayton job market, not drugs, with Garrison and Sarah.
Did you like that little noise I made?
No, what'd you do? Yeah, so we were talking about vets, right?
Yeah,
What were
veterans.
you gonna, yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, so I worked at an employment agency, like I said in the last segment. And there were some people that would come in, and it was interesting to see because some of them were vets, and they wouldn't be able to get jobs anywhere. I don't know if it's due to inability to keep a job, drugs, alcoholism, anything like that. But a lot of these veterans were also homeless. And to me, I mean, there's programs out there that are able to help these people get jobs, get better, and stuff like that. But these people once had a good job, went to war, and then ended up having a really bad state of mind afterwards. And and we have a lot of that around here because we're so close to the base. I think a lot of people come in here from out of state, hoping to find jobs because, like you said earlier, our job market, our unemployment rate is a lot lower than a lot of other bigger cities. Now, Dayton's not like a huge city. It's not Cincinnati. It's not Columbus. It's not Detroit. But it is, it's a decent sized city, and we have a lot of people here. And it just seems like a lot of the people that do come here looking for work don't have the qualifications or don't have something that will keep them here. And so they end up homeless, lost in the city of Dayton.
Right. And I think the fakers out there that are claiming to be veterans and homeless people and things like that are being exposed for being fakers, make it harder for the people that really need help.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know anybody that's faked it, as far as I know.
And also the idea that people need homes to get jobs, but you kind of need a job to get a home. So
yeah, like you can't put an address down
right.
on your resume.
Well, I was watching a YouTube video and some guy was living out of his car and he made a PO box So I guess if there are any homeless people listening, I guess you can make a PO box, and that might work.
Right, but like, how are they supposed to call you if, like, a lot of homeless people don't have phones? Like, how is an employer supposed to be able to call you?
Um, just say my phone's being worked on right now. I don't know when I'm gonna get it back, or just go to your local McDonald's, and I'm sure that they'll help you out, and uh, you can have a job agency call them, and
Mm-hmm.
then if you frequent McDonald's a lot, then you will know very very quickly that you have some prospects.
Right. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
The movie Pursuit of Happiness. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
With Will Smith and his
Jaden
son,
Smith.
Jaden
Yeah.
Smith,
Have you
yeah.
listened to his music? Yeah.
Jaden
Yeah.
Smith's music?
Yeah. He's it's quite
No.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he a rapper or does
Yeah.
he
He's a
just do
rapper.
like, okay.
You're a Pursuit of Happiness.
Have I read it?
No. You were saying.
Oh, yeah, no, Pursuit of Happiness. It reminds me of like what is there a scene and I know you haven't seen it, but I think there's like a scene in Pursuit of Happiness where he like tells his employer to call like a payphone and like he goes and like runs to answer it all the time because like he's not sure if it's his employer or not.
I was gonna say payphone, but I think they stopped. They start
Yeah.
taking them down around like 2005, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Obsolete. I think there's like maybe one payphone in the entirety of Dayton.
in the entirety of America, so the original.
Yeah. Man, can you imagine like kids right now are never gonna know what a payphone is. Oh, I saw this like okay, sorry, Dayton job market. Just staying on topic. Okay. Yeah, so Pursuit of Happiness. It's a good movie. If you are feeling down about your life, say you can't find a job, I would watch that movie. Very inspiring. Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith are absolutely amazing in that movie. Made me cry several times.
Baby.
I am a baby. I am a little baby.
Uh, you have anything else?
Let me think. Yeah, I don't know. As far as jobs in Dayton, it seems like I should have a stronger opinion on this, but I don't think I don't.
I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, we're doing well,
Work hard.
and we're doing well. So
Yeah. I mean, Dayton, I think, is on the uprise. Ever since the recession happened in 2008, I think we've had kind of a hard time. Like, do you know the Dayton Arcade downtown? People used to come to me and talk to me about how this huge, I mean, it's a huge building. Absolutely beautiful inside. Although it is very, very, I guess, dilapidated because of how long it's been out of commission. And I guess once it was kind of like a giant mall where you could go in and see, and it's got this huge skylight. They had concessions, they had all kinds of stuff, and it was beautiful. But it's been out of commission for so long because of something happened. I can't remember. It must have been it closed down. Somebody couldn't afford to pay the bills. There weren't enough people coming in. Well, recently, in the past couple of years, they've had somebody buy the building and put into construction to re-renovate it and to make it into what it was. I don't think they're going to do the entire building yet until they get some people in there and some people doing business. But, that says to me that there are people with money coming into Dayton trying to make a difference because they see a chance, an opportunity to make a difference, especially in the lives of people, probably in their own pockets too. But I mean, that just says something that there are people coming here to try to help. So we are on the uprise here in Dayton. I wouldn't doubt it that then the next 10 years Dayton will be a very popular place to visit.
Let's not push it.
All right, all right.
But yeah, I think around well, like World War II, we were thriving,
Yeah.
and yeah. I don't want to speak badly, but this place can actually I'll save it. We'll see.
Are you sure you don't want to share your opinion?
Okay. Well, this place, and I've heard this from quite a few people. They tell me to get out, and that this place is a vortex. And once you've lived here for so long, you can't get out. I really don't want to end on a sour note, so can we liven this?
Yeah, okay. Well, I kind of wanted to end this cast by thanking our two guests last week that came in. So I'd like to thank Nupano and Griffin for coming in last week. They were great. I think you guys should give a listen to our podcast on the theory of local politics. Because we had a really great discussion. These people are our age. They're 25, 26, running for local government, and they're just trying to make a difference. I mean, it would be good to help support them, because that means that you're supporting people that have a very like mind. And I would go visit their website, go to their Facebook pages. They honestly need your support, to anybody that's listening. So thank you guys for coming on last week. Hope you listened too.
Thanks for having me. We'll see you next week for
Dayton.
definitely Dayton drugs.
All right, thanks. Bye.